All right, good morning, everybody. Today is Monday, May 19, 2025. Welcome to McBoss Capital channel. My name is Michael Chu. So this morning, we are seeing the market drop, gap down on the open, but then we bounce back pretty fast. And then since then, the market has been like moving sideways and coming back down a little bit. So we are sitting around 0.5% on Nasdaq down. And then for S&P, it's about 0.3%, and Dow is pretty much near 0% flat. And Russell is down 1% right now. So the volume on Nasdaq is quite high. So there's definitely lots of volume this morning. And New York Stock Exchange volume is not as high, like down 10% almost. So that's what's happening in the market right now. So are we gonna see a rebound that can sustain itself for the day? Possible. That's what we're hoping for. And many stocks have already rebound this morning from their lows, so that's a good thing. Let me just jump to the QQQ ETF here. So you can see this morning like it doesn't even see you don't even see the gap down anymore because of it has bounced back. But if you go to 5 minute chart, you can see this huge gap down. I think it was close to 1.5% on Nasdaq. So that's quite substantial. And then look at this bounce here. And then now, we are starting to come back down, but we are holding this lows here, so we'll see. But if this do fall back into end of day, then obviously that is really bad. And that will be a signal probably, especially if we break today's low, that will be a signal to get out for sure. Um, Again, depending where it closed today, let's assume that's not going to happen. But let's say it closed, even like near the mid range, then we need to look at each individual stock and say, hey, where did it close, right? Same thing. Generally, if it's closing within like the upper half, that's a good thing. But if it's closing in the especially if it's going near the lows for the day, that will be pretty bad. So again, because that will set up the next day for another big drop, right? Especially if there's any bad news. So going to the news, let me come back to the IBD here. So yeah, basically we got a US credit downgrade by Moody's, and that's what sparked the overnight drop. And this morning, as I said, it has rebound. So it has cut the rating from AAA to AA1, and this, because this reflects an increase over a decade in government debt and interest payment ratio to levels that are significantly higher than similar sovereigns, and so forth. But Fitch and S&P had already stripped this rating for a while now, right? So I don't remember exactly when, but in some time ago. So to me, this is not new news. So probably that's why this morning, with the volume this much, it tells me that actually, probably institutions are coming in to buy the dip, and so to me this is a good sign. Like today's volume, yes, it is high, but at the same time, because of the rebound, to me this is a good sign so far. But we are hoping the market can even if it doesn't close positive, but like I said, if it close like near the upper range, to me that is a very strong indication that this market rally may continue its run. So that's what I'm, hoping for. But like I said, we always have to prepare for the worst case scenario. If it goes down to the low, then we are set up, like I said, we are set up to fall further, right? And here's the 10-day moving average, still pretty far apart. That's the risk there, is that it could pull back even more. So and then maybe who knows, there may be more negative news out this week. This week is very quiet in terms of economic news. So and also earnings news are mostly done, right? There's still some stuff left, but most are already done. So like I don't know, 80% or more have been done. even maybe higher. So there's not much news per se from economic news and also from what do you call earnings. So it could be a very quiet week, which is not a bad thing. Like I said, the market needs to digest at this point because it has gone up so much in the last week, that it needs to digest as the 10-day catches up. And that's exactly what we want to see in both like the index and the stocks. If the stock can digest, of course, it is better if it can even rebound. So all right, I think I really dive into that. It looks like so far is buy the dip opportunity. So let's go look at stocks on the move today. For stocks on the move today, we're not seeing too many stocks. Despite the high volume, because a lot of stocks are still in the red. That's the reason. Now, it could change by end of day. Who knows? It could a lot of stocks could turn green by end of day. That'll be a very very positive sign, but we haven't seen that yet. So we'll have to be patient. And in terms of my portfolio this morning, many of my stocks got stopped, at least partial position because of my tight stops. But throughout the day, because of this rebound, I'll probably be buying back not only the same position but probably more because that's how I deal with this um, risk management, right? Because at the same time, we can predict what's going to happen. It could have gone down 3% today, let's say. We don't know that, right? But in this case, we have opened up stronger, and that gives me confidence to go back in and even add more shares than I originally had. And also this give me a chance to concentrate on the top stocks that have been leading right now. So move, I could move more money into the stronger stocks as well. So that's what I'm doing. And but like I said, I'll be managing my risk, and getting in back, throughout the day. And hopefully, like I say, I want, the market will close strong today. um, and like I said, this week may be more tame in terms of news, so maybe the market just like gonna digest, not gonna move too much, which means there might be more opportunities to get back in, not just today, maybe even like tomorrow or something. Um, yeah. So that's that, and most of these stocks here are not the strongest in earnings fundamentals going forward. So the only one is probably AU. Let me go to my tracking sheet here from this morning. AU is gold, and that's probably the best looking gold stock chart right now. But gold has been kind of under some sort of accumulation. It hasn't really done much recently, and AU is the stronger one, and so it has the best looking chart right now. But if I go to like say AGI, you can see this is clearly in the downtrend right now. What's the other stock here? You have AEM as well. So this one is also in the downtrend. You see. So so besides AU, like most gold stocks are in the downtrend, and even AU itself is just starting to come back up. So it doesn't mean it's gonna work. Because if gold take another tumble, it could fall apart as well. So that's what's happening there. For gold, in terms of other stocks here, we do have a couple of financial stocks, BAR, BBAR, sorry. So BBAR is foreign bank, and this is Argentina. So obviously Argentina stocks have done really well recently. But this one is trying to come back above this buy point here. So that could, it hasn't really break out yet. It's trying to, but so it could work. The other one is Palomar. Sorry, it's taking some time. So this one, some consolidation here. This is pretty good uptrend. um, it's not the fastest mover, but you can see, there is some volatility though, and so that's that. Right now, it looks like is see this like riding the 10-day here. It just doesn't want to get too far below the 10-day. That's a good sign. Today it looks like it's slightly stronger relatively to the market as well, so it's good. But those, like I said, those two are probably, I can't remember. I can show you my ranking sheet here. BBAR is ranked 93, so it's within the 100. Palomar is ranked 157, so it's not the strongest, but it is, trying to move right now, both of them. Let's go up here. We didn't see any industrial or health stocks that are worth noting to mention at this moment. We do see App and Avago this morning. Let's go look at them. App here. So App is quite strong. It has built, most tech stocks have a pretty strong 10-day moving average right there, the green line. And so this is, probably over 45-degree angle. And you can see how it pulls back recently right here. And it just pulls back slightly every day. And today you can see it bounce, um, since this morning as green, right? It's green. It's actually not red, it's green. And this is what we're hoping to see in many stocks today. If they can turn green, that would be really powerful. So this morning you can see it gapped down below Friday's low. And this stock has been kind of on the downtrend, right, as we saw in the daily chart. So, but we bounced really fast this morning. I guess most stocks did bounce really fast. Um, so that's not unusual. But look at this pullback right now. So the market has been pulling back the last probably 1 hour. So first half hour we were up really strong, and then the last hour has been kind of just going sideways. And this one hasn't give back much yet. So that's why it's still in the green right now. So this looks really healthy right now. Overall, this chart is really good, and I'll show you where app is on the ranking chart here. So app is actually ranked 20, pretty high on the list. It's up 56% since April 7. So this is really strong performer. Um, okay, so that's that one. And then Avago, sorry for the lag here. Broadcom. So this one, you can see also pulling back, right? Recently, slightly going sideways and then pulling back. Friday and then today, and again, the 10-day is very strong slope. Again, a lot of tech stock have the same kind of pattern, and this is the 10-day slope right now. And this morning you can see it basically bounced near the 10-day line, and right now it's green as well. So very positive. Goes to 5-minute chart here. Again, it undercut Friday's low. So this one also similar. It has been kind of going down or sideways and then down. And then today it bounced back first half hour, and then look at this. It doesn't want to go down. If you go back to QQQ just to compare the chart, right? So this goes up, and then look at this is coming down. And even the index itself is holding pretty strong. I mean, look at the lows here. It's finding support, right? So this is a good thing. This is a really good thing. Like even the index is holding up really strong. Still down 0.44% right now on QQQ. So again, we'll see what happens at the end of the day. But um, the longer this holds, this means this is good. The longer this holds, this is good. At some point, buyers will step back in. More buyers will step in. But right now, again, we just 1.5 hours into the market. A nice reversal day. Of course, this could also turn ugly if we close at the bottom, right? So again, I've said that many times now. So those are things to watch out for. Let's keep going with stocks in the move. On the retail side, two stocks stand out today: Cabana and SE. Okay, let's go look at those two. So Cabana man, this chart looks amazing. I mean, not only did we break out recently, look at this pullback. It's just like it's not even a sliding down pullback, right? It's just more like a sideways movement pullback. And you can see the lows here are just so just above this buy point right here, and it just doesn't want to come down to the 10-day right here. The 10 days right here right now. It just doesn't want to come down. This is amazing chart. Um, Again, this one, kind of goes sideways right here, and then this morning it barely undercut Friday's low. That's another good sign. It barely undercut it. And look at this, it's already higher highs than the last 2 days, right? So this is even more like really strong action right now. It's up 1.2%. So very powerful chart. Next one, SE. Um, so this one very similar, very similar. It did make a low this morning, but look at where the 10-day is, right? The 10-day slope looks like this, and look at it, it didn't even touch it at all, right? So that's another good sign. If you go to 5-minute chart, it did undercut right this morning and make a newer low. So it undercut on Thursday's lows too. So it undercut 2 days lows, and then we bounce again, following basically what the index is doing right now. Looks healthy. So I think if we look at, these are some of the better stocks today that are moving. So if we can make a new high this more like after this consolidation, if we can make a new high, like this might be another trigger point, right? Like this could be where you know you could buy more growth stocks. Like it's telling me that this is working, right? So we gap down, we make a new high, then we went sideways, and we make another high. This is what I'm talking about. If we make another high, then the momentum is on our side, right, on the upside. So that's what I'll be looking for, and we'll see if that happens. Um, so let me go back to QQQ again. There's not many stocks in the move right now because, like I said, many stocks are still in the red. But if we do turn positive, I would assume we're gonna see more stocks uh, turn green, and we might even see stocks expand this list here. So right now you can see it kind of it's still very short, but it could expand if because volume is high today. That's what we're seeing. So we're hoping that growth stocks. I assume a lot of growth stocks volume are high too, but it's just that they're red right now. So it won't show up on the screen here. So on the red here, there's probably lots of stocks in the red right now. Reddit, I think, got hammered on the downgrade today. I think that was one news that I saw. So other than that, yeah, we see LRN. Let me check LRN here. This is education stock. Very tight right now, hasn't moved much. So this is consolidating as well. So tight, that's a really tight movement. If I go to my ranking sheet here, we can see where it ranks. So yeah, you can see it's in a downtrend because it's kind of near the 10-day moving average. But it's only ranked 162, so it's not the strongest stock, but the chart looks pretty healthy because it's just so tight, right? So that's a good thing. I'm gonna close off and look at some mega caps today. Let's see how they're behaving. So, for example, we want to look at. Let's start with Tesla, because that one has been pretty hot. This is bouncing back a little bit, not as strong as looking at this chart, you see the gap down, but the bounce is kind of mediocre right now. It's not as strong as I would like to see it. Go to the intraday chart. So you see, it didn't really like show up like this, right? It's just kind of show up at this angle. So, and then it's starting to make newer lows here too. So a little bit mediocre. But again, this stock has been flying pretty strong here. So it's still way above the 10 days, so it's still good. But the bounce is just a little bit weak compared to others that we saw earlier. Let's look at NVDA. Oh, this is looking pretty healthy. Like, I mean, look at that. It make a lower low than yesterday. I'm not sure if it undercut the previous day, but it's very close, like right here. Okay, so it did. Well, just by a nick here. And again, this bounce is good. Looks more healthy. And so far we're holding the lows here, so that looks good too. Again, if we cross the highs here, this is probably you know, gonna be healthy. Gonna be carry the momentum here. So that's what I'll be looking more for today in growth stocks. Um, so that's that. And then also look at one more, Microsoft. This is another stock that have been doing really well for the mega cap. And Yeah, look at this. It doesn't want to pause today. Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. Look at it didn't make a new low, and look at the sharp. Look at the angle of this set bounce. It's just amazing. Look at that. And we did undercut the little low here, but so far it's bounced back pretty nice already. So again, very powerful move right now. Microsoft is under a lot of accumulation. Like there's barely any distribution. Like three red bars, that's it, and the volume is so low. So those are good signs for the market. Again, the momentum. Um, for those who haven't watched my weekend videos, let me just quickly go through it. Last week, very strong momentum. We have 70 to 80% of my growth stocks, which is about 350 stocks that I monitor, who has at least 10% in forward guidance earnings, except Tesla, of course. But but Tesla is a different beast because of what it anticipate with the robotaxi news. Anyhow, so that's an exception. But in general, my rules are very strict when it comes to filtering fundamental stocks. But this is very powerful. 80% on average for last week of stocks are in uptrend, and we have been pulling back. And hopefully we'll start to hit new highs again. So this number, if the rally continues, it will start to pick up again. It will start to hit new highs again. So that's what we're looking for today. New highs, intraday high, and we'll see if we can do that. Thank you for watching this stream. Hope you guys have a good trading day, and see you again tomorrow if you want to join my live stream. And please like and subscribe.